Every year on the 14th of August, Pakistan bursts into celebration. Streets awash in green and white, flags fluttering and patriotic songs filling the air. Children, faces painted with the crescent and star, wave flags with infectious enthusiasm. But behind the festivities lies a story of struggle, sacrifice and hope. This is Yawm-e-Azadi, the Day of Independence, a tribute to a nation born from the dreams and determination of its people. Pakistan's creation in 1947 was not a simple event, but a hard-won victory after years of political struggle and immense human suffering. To understand the significance of this day, we must journey back to a time when the idea of Pakistan was just beginning to take root. Who were the leaders who shaped this movement? What drove their quest for a separate homeland? The answers reveal a powerful lesson in identity, politics, and the unyielding human desire for a place to call home. For nearly 2 centuries, the Indian subcontinent was under British rule, a period that transformed the region's destiny. The British Raj brought railways and a new legal system, but its economic policies drained India's wealth and left its people impoverished. For Muslims, the loss was especially acute. Once rulers, they now faced marginalization. Their influence and opportunities diminished. The 1857 uprising, remembered as the War of Independence, was a turning point. Though Hindus and Muslims fought together, the British blamed Muslims, leading to harsh reprisals. Lands were confiscated, leaders exiled, and access to education and jobs restricted. The community was left in despair, viewed with suspicion and falling behind in a rapidly changing world. This experience convinced Muslim leaders that survival required a new strategy, education, organization, and political action. From the ashes of defeat, a new Muslim political consciousness began to emerge. The seeds of a movement for self-determination were sown. The stage was set for a new chapter in the struggle for identity and rights. In the aftermath of 1857, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan emerged as a visionary leader for India's Muslims. He championed modern education and engagement with the British, founding the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, later Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh became the cradle of a new Muslim identity, producing leaders who would shape the community's future. As the Indian National Congress rose, many Muslims feared being politically submerged in a Hindu-majority democracy. In 1906, Muslim leaders demanded separate electorates, leading to the creation of the All India Muslim League. The League gave Muslims a political platform to protect their rights and interests. Its formation marked a crucial step toward the idea of a separate homeland. The journey toward Pakistan had truly begun. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, once a champion of Hindu-Muslim unity, became the driving force behind the demand for Pakistan. Disillusioned by Congress's unwillingness to safeguard Muslim rights, Jinnah transformed the Muslim League into a mass movement. In 1940, at the League's Lahore session, the historic Lahore Resolution was passed. It called for independent states in Muslim-majority regions, a formal demand for a separate homeland. The resolution was rooted in the two-nation theory, that Hindus and Muslims were distinct nations, with different cultures and interests. Jinnah argued that only a separate state could guarantee Muslim security and identity. This vision resonated with millions, uniting them under a common cause. The Lahore Resolution set the stage for the final push toward independence. The idea of Pakistan was now unstoppable. The 1940s brought dramatic change. World War II left Britain weakened and unable to maintain its empire. Indian political parties pressed for independence, but the real question was, united or divided? The Congress wanted a single India. The Muslim League, led by Jinnah, insisted on Pakistan. British attempts at compromise failed, and communal tensions exploded into violence. The Direct Action Day riots in 1946 convinced many that partition was inevitable. Lord Mountbatten, the last viceroy, concluded that only partition could prevent civil war. The Mountbatten Plan of June 1947 set the blueprint. India and Pakistan would be born as separate nations. The Indian Independence Act formalized the decision, with Pakistan's independence celebrated on August 14, 1947. Decades of struggle had led to this moment, but independence would come at a staggering human cost. On August 11, 1947, Muhammad Ali Jinnah addressed Pakistan's first Constituent Assembly. He spoke of the immense responsibility ahead, building a nation from scratch, free from corruption and injustice. Jinnah's vision was clear. Pakistan would protect the life, property, and religious beliefs of all its citizens. "You are free to go to your temples, mosques, or any place of worship," he declared. Religion, he insisted, was a personal matter, not the business of the state. Jinnah called for unity, equality, and justice, a pluralistic, tolerant society. His words remain a guiding light for Pakistan's future. Independence came with unimaginable suffering. The partition of Punjab and Bengal unleashed chaos and violence as the Radcliffe Line split communities overnight. 14 million people became refugees, forced to flee ancestral homes in one of history's largest migrations. Trains and convoys were attacked. Countless men, women, and children lost their lives. Families were torn apart, fortunes lost, and women suffered horrific violence. Refugee camps overflowed with the sick and traumatized. The joy of freedom was overshadowed by tragedy and loss. Partition left deep scars and a legacy of bitterness between India and Pakistan. Remembering this suffering is essential to understanding the true cost of independence. The sacrifices of 1947 are woven into the nation's very fabric. Despite its traumatic birth, Pakistan was the realization of a powerful dream. It gave Muslims a sovereign homeland to shape their destiny and preserve their faith and culture. The independence movement led by Jinnah and the Muslim League showed the power of unity and resolve. Pakistan's identity is rooted in the struggle for self-determination and the preservation of Islamic heritage. The ongoing debate about the role of Islam in public life reflects the ideals at the heart of the independence movement. Balancing faith and modernity remains a defining challenge. The legacy of 1947 is both triumph and tragedy, a story of resilience and hope. Independence continues to inspire Pakistanis to strive for unity, justice, and progress. The story of Pakistan's independence is not just history, it's a living narrative that shapes the nation today. Its echoes are heard in politics, culture, and the country's relationship with its neighbors. Understanding this journey is vital for every Pakistani, offering lessons and inspiration for the future. The sacrifices of leaders and ordinary people must be remembered and shared with new generations. Jinnah's vision of freedom, equality, and justice remains a benchmark for progress. The story of independence is ongoing. Each generation must contribute to its legacy. By honoring the past, Pakistanis invest in a brighter, more hopeful future. The voices of tomorrow must carry forward the wisdom and courage of those who built the nation.